All right, I'm going to challenge Stockfish, giving myself 3 minutes, giving Stockfish 3 minutes. I have the queen. Stockfish has the rook. I'm going to see if I can win. And if not, which I'm guessing that's probably what's going to happen, I'm going to break out this book, Basic Chess Endings by R FEN. We're going to look up the queen and rook endgame. I'm going to do a very quick lesson elaborating on what I learned, and then I'm going to try again. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, good luck, Stockfish. Here we go. I guess my plan is to try to force the king back, and if I see any opportunities to win the rook, of course I'll want to be looking for that. Let's see, let's go here. All right, so I don't have any forks. Of course, he's not going to step into this. So how do I make progress? All right, let's just try moving my king forward. Then I'm going to get checked by the rook. All right, let's come here just for a minute. Then I'll bring the king forward. Maybe. Okay, I can't go here, but I could go here. And here. Here. Not sure if this is helping. Check. Okay. Let's go here, I guess. What if I pin it? It doesn't really do much. Somehow, I don't feel like I made any progress moving my king up there. All right, let's try to come this way. I can't go there. I can... I don't know. Let's put the queen over here. See, I really don't know this endgame, so I'm not really sure what exactly I'm supposed to be doing. That's the problem. I'm just sort of randomly moving right now. Okay, now we can come a little closer. Okay. This looks pretty good, right? Check. Or over here, check. I don't even have to do check. I could just bring the queen, like, here. Okay. What if I go here and here? It sort of looks like I'm pushing the king back. Okay. Now what? If I come up, I'm going to get checked. Can't go here. I can go this way. I'm still going to... No, I can't be checked again. So I guess that's... okay. Because I have that covered. Check. The king escapes. If I go here, the rook's just going to check me again. What if I go here? Okay, that's fine. Oh, it's a stalemate trap. If I move here, he's going to play rook here, and I have to take it. It's a stalemate. So I have to move somewhere else. Oh, that's a stalemate too. Yeah, it is, isn't it? Would you look at that? So I have to keep going? Right, of course. Okay. Check. Doesn't really help me. All right. Well, I have a few seconds. We'll try one more time to do something. I can't go there. Okay, Stockfish. Nice defending. Nice defending. But now I'm going to break out my secret weapon right here. And I will be back with an empty analysis board to do some explaining to you guys in just a second. And after we figure out what the technique is supposed to look like, I'll try it again and see if Stockfish can defend again. Be right back. All right, guys, so I went through the book, and unfortunately, it wasn't as awesome of an explanation as I was hoping for. The main thing that I did take away from it was this is the key, one of the key positions. It's a Zugzwang, and the point is after we play King C6, basically Black is forced to make a bad move and lose the Rook, whatever they decide to do. So you could see very obviously if the King goes here, we can just simply pin it and win the Rook like that. If the Rook moves anywhere else, it's going to be a bad move. So for example, let's just say the Rook moves here, we have checkmate. If the Rook moves here, we have a fork. If the Rook moves here, we have check, and then followed by a fork. So if the King moves here, we've got this fork. If the King moves here, we have this fork. And so basically you can, finish this process for all of the moves of the Rook. I think one of the most tricky ones was, what was it? Rook to B1. You have to play Queen D4 check. The King goes back, and then Queen H8 check. The point is that the Rook can't block because now you have checkmate over here. So that's kind of interesting, like this. And so if the Rook can't block, that means the King has to move here, which allows you this fork. So it's not that easy to always get the forks, right? Like even this one was like a 3 or 4 move tactic that led up to the final fork. So that's why it's kind of tricky. But the point was that once you get a position like this where Black has to make a bad move, that's how you win. So other than that, the technique was force them, to the corner somehow, because the King and the Rook always have to stay together. If the Rook ever leaves for too long, then there's going to be a fork available to you. And so because of that, that's kind of how you fork the King and Rook to the corner. I wish there was a more clear-cut explanation on exactly how you force the King and Rook to the corner. They give an example, but it's like, that's just one example. And I was playing around with it myself a little bit with Stockfish, and it's not that easy because you don't know what your opponent is going to do when they're trying to defend. They're probably not going to follow the exact example that you saw. So that's where it gets pretty tricky. That being said, I think I have enough knowledge now to at least try it again and see if we can take down Stockfish again. So let me go ahead and set up the position one more time. All right, here we go for round 2. Good luck, Stockfish. I'm going to go here again. I think I did that before. And let's see what we can do. Let's just do a random check over here. Let's bring the King forward. Okay, so he can't check me here. All right. What if I go, let's go check. Check. Okay, let's move up here. So the check would be here, or the King would maybe want to move there. So I could play maybe Queen here. Okay. I feel like we're close, actually. Already on the edge of the board. The King's in a pretty nice position. This is the key moment, I think, where I have to, like, really figure out how to do this. If I go up, then we run into all these checks. That's the problem. And there's that stalemate idea. So how can I... I don't actually know how to do this. Let's come over here, just because I'm not sure. Okay, I can go check, and if the rook blocks, I have checkmate, so I guess the king has to go over. Okay, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Let's keep going, I think. Let's try a check here. Okay. Now, how do I make progress? Because if I go here, there's this check. Let's see. Can I go here? No checks from the rook. So what is black gonna do? Over there. Okay. Hmm. It feels like I'm super close. I'm not sure what the move is here. Then I'm gonna get checked. I have 19 seconds. Okay, we got him in the corner, but... How do I fork the rook? Block? No. I think 3 minutes is not enough time. But we're close, I think. I think we're close. Definitely not easy. It's definitely not easy. There's this position, like right around here, that I keep getting similar type of position like this, where it's... I'm getting close, but how do you make progress, right? Let's turn on the engine, actually, because I feel like this is really close. Let's see if I'm accurate. Queen e3 is the move. I mean, there's lots of winning moves, but queen e3 is the fastest. Yeah, see, this is such an unintuitive move. Rook goes to b7, and then you bring the king closer. So what's the point? You just control the square that the rook was trying to check you at? And what if the king just moves back? You just bring it over. Okay. So just control the square that the rook would like to check you at with your queen. You don't have to check him. You don't have to attack the rook. Just control that square. All right, let's try one more time. All right, guys, after multiple times of trying and failing, I kept going back and analyzing what I had missed. And there's a bunch of little tricks and ideas that I'm starting to pick up on. And I think I'm going to be able to do it this time. So let's go ahead and try one more time. Here we go. All right, I'm going to just come over here just to change it up. Not because I studied that. I just want to mix it up a little bit. Let's go check. Let's bring the king up. Let's pin the rook. Let's go. I guess we'll go up here. Can't check me anymore there. Could go there. Okay, that looks good. We've got the king on the back. Let's see. Let's come over here. Let's come back over here. I just don't want to keep getting checked. We'll go here. Okay. How did I get the rook off this rank before? That's what I can't remember. Maybe it was like this. Yeah, maybe this will force it back. Okay, I think that's progress. Now we can pin it. Now we can bring, let's see, we can't go here because of the stalemate trap. But what we could do is go, is it here? It's still going to be a stalemate trap, but that's okay. I can slide over. I think this is fine. Okay. Let's just do like a little step back. Just step back. Fine. Let's go ahead and control. You know what? Let's pin it again. I like this pinning it idea. I think that works nicely. Okay. We're super close. Let's bring the king a little closer. At some point, he's going to like come over here, I think. In which case, I will have an idea for that. Okay. Check. Fine. Now we can get a little closer. Great. Great. Ooh, let's see. If I go check, it has to go in the corner. I don't know that I necessarily want that, though. Because there's a bunch of stalemate tricks. I think this is better. Yeah, this is better. Question is, now what? Should I go here? Oh, yeah, because what's the rook going to do? What's the rook going to do if I go here? I don't know. It doesn't look good for black. Yes. All right. Surely. Can I go like this? Check, check, check. That should do it, right? Am I crazy? That should just about do it. Check. Check. There we go. Ha 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 ha. Goodbye, Stockfish. Goodbye. 48 seconds. I'm pretty sure I can mate with the king and a queen in 48 seconds, even against Stockfish. All right. There we go. All right. I can say that I beat Stockfish on max level with the queen against the rook after about 10 failed attempts. All right, so let's just go back real quick and recap some of the key moments. So when you're first kind of going forward, just try to bring your king forward as best you can. Right around here, I was having a difficult time until eventually I got this position right here where the rook went back. Now, I don't know. Yeah, it looks like rook h6 would have been a playable attempt. So I'm not sure what made Stockfish decide to go with this one. Yeah, rook c7, that's not as good of as a defensive move. So I don't know why it didn't just keep staying on the 6th rank. But once you can get this, and by the way, I should mention, if a human is moving around on 6th rank, they're probably going to step into a fork at some point. Stockfish is just too smart for that, so they can keep avoiding the forks. But once you get this, keep in mind this pinning idea. This seemed to work out really nice for me. By just pinning the rook, you really limit what black can do. So that's kind of the first thing. And then you have to be careful, like here, king to d6, you run into this like stalemate trap where if you try to come over here, there's rook to d6 check. So you got to watch out for that one because it just forces the stalemate, right? King can't move, it's not in check. So you got to watch out for that one. So that's why I stayed a little bit over here. And same thing here, I can't take it, or again, it's a stalemate because everything is covered, right? So I step to the side. And then right again here, right, we see the pin, very strong move, forces the king to a square that doesn't really want to go to. And now is when I finally was able to start bringing my king closer. This was another good idea, switching over the where my queen was located. So initially it was, you know, kind of keeping the king back here, but then once I get closer to the corner, you can start switching back and forth. So you want to remember that. There's like so many little things. And just because I practiced it a whole bunch of times, I started to like pick up on these. And then once you get this position, yeah, so here, okay, here's a good moment. I was really tempted to play queen c7 check to force the king into the corner, which, yeah, does look like it's still winning, but it's not that easy. And so I think what a better option was what I did. Just go check and play king here. This is really good because the king is stuck. The king cannot move. The rook has to leave the cover of the king, and that's when you can set up this forking idea, right? It takes 3 moves, but you can just bounce around and fork the rook. And if the king, or if the rook would have went here, I think we have a different winning idea. What is it? Queen to b5, And now you can just bring the king up because there's no stalemate. Because if the rook tries to go here, you just take it, and there's too many checkmate threats. And black can't stop them all. So, yeah, once you get this, it's over. So, I don't know how much that helped you guys. It's not that easy, but it's definitely doable. And knowing all the tricks that I just mentioned, hopefully will help you a little bit. And you know what I might do just to see if it was luck or not? Let me do it one more time. So I'm going to play one more time back to back and see if I can beat Stockfish for a second time. Here we go. All right, so here's the second time I just beat Stockfish. I have not practiced any more in between. So here we go. Let's see if we can do it again. I think I did something like over here with my queen. And I don't actually remember. We'll just try this. Okay, let's bring the king up. Bring the king up again. Come over here, I guess. All right, let's see. Let's go for a check. Let's go check. First thing, I just need to get him to the back. So let's just keep trying to do that. Eventually, we should be able to get him closer to a corner. Let's bring the king over. Okay. We'll go check. We'll go, let's see, here maybe? Let's go check and then bring the king up. Actually, I want to control at least one of these squares so my king has a place to run to. Let's go. We'll go here. We'll go here. This looks like a good move. Because the king can't go there. It steps into the... All right, now I'll pin it. Okay, awesome. Let's keep going with the king. All right, so we have to cover that. Let's do that. So we'll go check. And then we'll just control that square. This is one of the tricks that I learned. Don't have to panic when the rook goes far away. You just control the square that it's trying to check you at. All right, now what? Let's go check. Okay. So right here, I want to control this square so the rook can't keep on checking me. So let's go here. Okay. Now I can go here, here, and it can't check me again. Could go there. That's fine. Let's just control this with the queen. Also controls that. Oh, he's gonna go there. Maybe here's the move. Yeah, maybe this is the move. I feel like this is proving to be a little bit more difficult this time. I'm having a hard time getting the king to the back, right? Speaking of which, there we go. All right, that's some progress. I want to control this square so I don't get checked. Let's think about this. I think I can just run towards the rook now. Okay, we're getting close, I think. Yes. All right, awesome. So now we can go check. And let's see. Is this the moment where I need to jump to the other side? Oh, here's a check. There's a good check. Okay. I was like, I should have had a better move. There we go. All right. We're close now. I'm just running out of time is the problem. $20. Can we do this in 20 seconds? Goes over there. Okay, so I need to check and I need to control that square. All right. Good. Oh man, I'm gonna run out of time. I'm panicking, guys. I'm panicking. This is it. I just can't think fast enough. Time pressure. I had it. I'm sure of it. I'm sure if I had more time. Let's just check. Doesn't count, I know, because I lost on time, but pretty sure that we're definitely really close. Definitely really close this time. Let's see. Queen to e5. Oh, it's winning, but it's going to be a draw because of the 50 move rule. Okay. Well, if you take out the 50 move rule, let's see what the idea was. Okay, it's not that easy, but you can do it. And if you're playing like against a human, they're probably going to make a mistake somewhere along the way. So don't give up is the point. But it's not, especially with the time pressure, it's very difficult. Rook to g2. What's the move? King to f3. Rook to a2. This is the one I want to see the solution to. And now you have a fork. Queen to d4 check. Where's the fork? Am I missing it? Oh, there it is. Yeah. It's just so tricky. So tricky. Wait a minute. But there, oh, yes. If the rook goes here, the queen goes checkmate. So this is another, while we're talking about it, another idea. Put the queen on the long diagonal because sometimes you need to use the fact that you can zip over here for checkmate. So that's another idea. There's, like I said, there's lots of these little ideas. You put them all together and this is how you can do it. If you're going to practice this at home, what I recommend is play against Stockfish. Actually, I'll show you how to do that real quick. All right, so if you just go to the main play tab, bottom right here, you can click on play with computer and you can see how I have it set up to use that FEN. You can just paste that in and, you know, I'll link this below so you can just copy this right in and then you can set however much time you want and max out Stockfish, click on play with white and it'll automatically let you practice. And then after you finish the game, if you didn't quite succeed, go back, turn on the engine, make sure the table base is turned on, analyze it, and you'll be able to see what you did wrong. So that's what I recommend if you guys are wanting to do that. So hope you guys enjoyed that. I had fun beating Stockfish, even if it was only one time out of a lot. And I'll see you guys next time. Stay sharp, play smart, take care.